This is Angie. I am the founder of Team Grit, and this is our weekly meeting. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover some just real quick topics. SC, our team, we're kind of struggling this month getting our SC points in. So after I get through our talk, I think maybe we'll have a chat about ways or things that we can maybe do to increase our reach and maybe see if we can brainstorm on ways to reach out to more people so that we can help people. So I'd like to do that. I know that on Team Platinum Legacy we have, what is the name of that group? It's like the Last Chance group or something. When you're trying to hit SC at the end of the month. Do you remember the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, I'd like to hit it before the end of the month so that we're not, scrambling. That would be awesome. Super Saturday, April 8th. Do you guys have your tickets?
Mm-hmm.
I think I bought mine, but I have to get online. It bounced weird, so I need to get on and check to make sure it actually went out of my PayPal account. And if not, I'm going to pay higher price because it's past the deadline. So Super Saturday, April 8th, we'll be doing live Turbo Fire. We'll be getting information on Summit. They'll be starting to talk about Summit, and I suspect they will give us a little teaser on what's the program that'll be coming out. I really think it's going to be Chalene Johnson, just based on things I've seen on her page, and then Leslie is in Chalene's core group that's going to be starting up. And I don't know if it's actually going to be a workout program. It looks like it might be something different. So that's interesting to me. And it's geared towards older women. Yes.
I was just to say, I think Siggy might have something in the works too, because I'm in a Beast Legacy page with him, and he has kind of shared a few things here and there. So I think he might have something up and coming too.
Okay.
Wouldn't the new trainer, the new 21 or whatever?
I think that, well, because there's 3 or 4 coming out this year, right? So I think that the new trainer will be the other thing, yeah.
Right. I would suspect the new trainer will be out in the fall, because didn't we just vote on that new trainer?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Like the fall or early. So anyway, I suspect it needs to give them time to actually develop and run a test group and do all of that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited to go to Super Saturday to see what is coming out. So also, I don't know if you guys noticed, the 3-week yoga retreat is now available in DVD format, because I really like those DVDs, and they don't have it as a challenge pack option that I've seen. So, but I do like that as an option for other people. I think it's around $99. Don't quote me on that. Yes? Okay. Mm-hmm. And then when we hit SC for March, you will get the performance sampler. So if you haven't tried all of the performance line yet, that's a good reason. Another good reason to hit your SC is to get that. So I will be using mine as a giveaway, because I use Hydrate. I have Hydrate. I don't use it very often. I love the Energize and the Recover. Do you use the Hydrate?
I use all of it.
You use all of it. Do you use the creatine too?
Michael does.
Yeah.
Michael does. Yes.
I would order all of it, but I would like it without the creatine, because I won't use it. So I just end up doing the bundle of the Energize and the and the Recover. So anyway, we've got that.
Does it Recover have creatine in it?
I don't think so.
It doesn't have it in the Recover?
I think it's got BCAAs.
Yeah.
Right. It has casein in it, or casein, or whatever, however you say that as well. And I can't drink that, so that's why I can't use the Recover.
Oh, okay. Is that doesn't do well with your stomach?
It doesn't, but also I break out horribly bad.
Oh. Yeah. That's not good. No. All right. So what we're going to do today is we are going to be talking about personal development. So my first question is, what is your personal development? Tell me, what are you reading right now? Pop quiz. Look on your face. You're like, ah.
I have 2. I went back to I can't think of the name of it. It's the white cover. I'm doing Failing Forward.
Failing Forward.
I'm doing Failing Forward. But the other one, it's a white cover with blue writing.
Slight Edge.
Yes, I'm going back through that.
Okay. What do you got, Selena?
So I forgot what it was called because I just started it. It's Girls with Swords.
Oh, I need to read.
And then I'm also doing Dream Big, Think Small, which is the sermon series that I'm going through right now. And this is really, really good. Really good.
Can you get that on Amazon?
Yes. It's like $13, I think.
Okay. Dream Big, Think Small.
Yeah.
Do you ever get books?
What's that?
Do you ever get used books?
I don't, because I write all over in mine.
I do too.
I mean, but sometimes the used books don't have writing in them. They'll let you know. But if you go to half.com, which is the other side of eBay, they've got them for pennies.
I've never even heard of that.
Write it down. It's really worth it. It's really worth it to at least go back and forth and check it out. Yeah, because sometimes the book itself will be like $2. Even if you pay $3 shipping and handling, you're still way cheaper than Amazon. So my two that I'm reading right now, I'm in a group that another coach put out there, and this is the one that they picked. It's called The Untethered Soul. I don't recommend it. I'm struggling with it, but I ordered In a Pit with a Lion on a Snowy Day. Yes, and you know what happened? I read the first page, and like I'm page 32, and I started reading it yesterday morning.
So good.
Yes, so good. So when you're picking your personal development, and I'm going to get into talking about why, all of that, but when you're picking it, something you need to think about is what one person thinks is really awesome, because the group I'm in, these people are like, this is awesome. And to me, this is, okay, so it's based on yoga, and so it's based on Eastern religion, and so it kind of, to me, takes Christian values, Christian things, and then it turns it on its tail. And I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm pretty sure that by the time I get to like here in the book, they're going to be talking about I am my own God. I just suspect that that's coming. So that's not me. And so when you're picking your personal development and you're asking even other Beachbody coaches, take that into account. And if you start a book like this, like I was going to power through it, but once I picked this one up, and I have highlighted maybe 4 sentences in about half the book, and I highlighted paragraphs already by page 32. If you pick something up and it's not speaking it to you, it's not speaking to where you're at in your life right now, there is no shame in taking that book and going, because maybe someday later you can pick it up and it'll mean something. But right now, this one's going on the bookshelf, and I don't even know if I'll ever pick it up because it just seems so different and against my personal beliefs. So anyway, personal development. Why do we need it? As Beachbody coaches, I'm so proud of you guys that you know what you're doing and you're going through that again, the slight edge again. Because actually, it doesn't matter if you're a Beachbody coach or not. Personally, we all need it. The more I read, the more I struggle with myself, the more I am pushed to be better. And the more I feel like I am developing as a person and finding new characteristics or just building those characteristics. So as a Beachbody coach, wanting to build a team, the reason we need personal development is because it helps us in our growth and our leadership. And we need to pick personal development that will help us. And sometimes there will be books, like I'm also reading the 12-week year. And that one I'm struggling through because it's good for me and I need to read it, but it's all about goal setting and numbers and that kind of stuff. And that's a hard thing for me to wrap my head around. But I will be powering through that one because it's a concept I need to get down. So there are things that we may have to power through it to learn. But through that learning, and we'll get that growth and development that will help us as leaders to be better leaders. So the growth, if you allow it and you don't resist it, like continuing to read those books, will help us through those ups and downs as a Beachbody coach, because we know that sometimes we have those ups where we get the person who messages us and they're like, we had an awesome day and I've lost so much weight and I feel better and I feel beautiful. Those are awesome days when we get those, right? And when we have 2 or 3 people sign up as a coach, we're like, yes. And then we have the other days where we have 5 people who go inactive, or we have somebody quit coaching, or you just drop your rank, or different things like that. As a Beachbody coach, there are days, or you have a challenge group for a whole month that does this, nothing, absolutely quiet. So we need that personal development to get us through those ups and downs. And so whatever level we're at, if we're at coach and we're shooting for emerald, we need to think about that personal development. Like Stacy, I'm so glad you're reading the Slight Edge, because those are good concepts for developing into that leader. And then when you're emerald, pushing for diamond, again, those personal development books. Like, so I'm going to go through a couple of the ones that I've read. One's related to network marketing and making sure we're doing our business right. Go for No is super easy. And I know you guys know this, but I'm doing this for the replay because we have some new coaches on who may be watching. But Go for No is an easy read. And so if you struggle with rejection, with asking people, inviting people, Go for No is awesome. Eat That Frog is also, I loved this book because it just laid it right out for me. That one thing that you don't want to do is the thing that you should do the very first. Because then I don't know if you guys have thought about this, but if you know you need to get something done, it's always in the back of your head until you actually do it. So if you're piddling around doing 4 or 5 other things while you're procrastinating, you've got that energy of thought about, I still need to do X, Y, Z. I still need to do this. If you get it done and out of the way, then you're clear to get everything else done. GoPro. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you on this one. I hear a lot of coaches say this was an awesome, amazing book. I like it. It's okay. I think maybe it's because I read it maybe 15 years ago, and so when I read it again, it made sense to me, and so it seemed like it was covering the same thing. But if you're new to network marketing and you're watching this replay, GoPro will just help you with that. However, this one, The Miracle Morning, is it backwards for you guys? No, you can actually read it? Okay. So this one, The Miracle Morning, is, I think, super amazing. It's taken me 2 years to get my morning routine down, and it's not completely down yet, but I added a little thing, and then I bumped my time back. But the sooner you can get your Miracle Morning down and take control of that, that'll be awesome. So that's like those books that we're talking about. Growth hurts. When you think about your kids, when they go through a growth spurt and they talk about how their joints hurt and their different things hurt, emotional, mental, and character growth hurts too. So if you're stuck in your business, if you're stuck with where you're at, or maybe what you are doing wrong, or what you're not doing right, or maybe what you're procrastinating on, maybe you need to switch up your personal development and dive into that and help with that. Stick with it. Personal development helps you. Like, I don't know about you, but when I read, like this, when I started reading this, I wanted to sit down right after I got done reading. I want to sit down and get my work done because I was motivated and I was really excited. And it talked about a simple definition of success: do the best you can with what you have where you are. And then at the end of the day, success equals stewardship, and stewardship equals success. And so those two things really spoke to me, because am I being a good steward of my time? Am I being a good steward of the opportunity that I feel God has given me to speak for Him and to speak about Him to people in my challenge groups and maybe on my Facebook page? So that is helpful to me. When you stick with it, think about the lives that are changed and the families that are changed. So as a Beachbody coach, but I don't know about you guys, but I've been approached by other people before about being a kitchenwares. I'm not going to name the names of the companies, but kitchenwares parties or jewelry parties. What other parties have I been asked to do part of? Kitchenware and jewelry, and there was another one. But anyway, where people have asked me if I wanted to be a distributor. And honestly, those kinds of things, I have always thought, they're cool. I love them. I could never get behind them because they just didn't fit me. They didn't fit my lifestyle. This here, I don't feel bad about being a coach. I love it because when I get to help somebody lose weight or eat healthy, not only am I affecting their lives, hopefully that will transition. Oops, are you guys still there? Hello? There we go. When you guys freeze, I know that I've lost it.
You froze just like this.
Did I? Did you take a picture so you can put it up? Yeah. Love our meetings. Look at my coach. Yeah.
You were like picking it or something.
Right. That's, yeah. Sometimes those freeze frames are really awful. So, but what I was saying is when we get like a mom in our group, not only are we affecting the mom, but we are also helping her to affect her children and her husband. And so the ripple effect is not just that one person we're helping. There's a ripple effect to their children, and maybe their whole family will end up getting on board. Not all the time, but it does happen where the whole family starts getting on board. They eat healthier. So that's why I think this is an amazing opportunity for us. So the decisions we make in our business, the decisions we make to work our business or to not work our business, to send those invites or not send those invites, they impact our business, they impact our checks, they impact our growth, they impact our team. So even like what we're doing at home, we think nobody else is noticing, but our team will follow what we do. And so the more consistent we are, the more we face our fears and we put ourselves out there, the more we grow, the more our teams will grow. So let's see. And that leads me into comfort zones. And so the other reason we do personal development is to help us to get out of our comfort zones, because we're not going to grow in our comfort zones. Comfort zones are for staying stagnant or for even falling back. So comfort zones, they block our ability to grow, and they don't push you, they don't develop you. A couple of things for your comfort zones. The energy bus, I don't know, did you read that one, Selena, I think? This one's a really good one for helping you to get on that zone. And then the slight edge, which you've already talked about, that is really good for pushing you beyond your comfort zone. The 10 times rule, I don't have it down here, but the 10 times rule, that one, if you want to grow fast and you want to grow big, then you need to make massive efforts. And so that one, if that is your goal as a Beachbody coach, is to really build quickly, then you're going to want to do that 10 times rule. You're going to want to read it. You're going to want to follow it and just get the momentum going. And then failing forward is another one for pushing you past your comfort zone. Because what this talks about is a lot of times we don't get out of our comfort zones because we fear failure. We don't want to look like a fool. We don't want to look dumb. We don't want people maybe saying, look, I know you couldn't do that. But we're going to fail. And in fact, the faster we fail and the more we fail, the sooner we'll get over that, the sooner we'll learn and we'll grow from it. So we need to share, related to our Beachbody world, we need to share our pictures. We need to share, if you are working this as a business and you're not sharing pictures of yourself on Facebook, then you need to get over that fear. You need to do that. If you're worried about sharing your story, maybe there's some part of your story you have been holding back on because you thought it was too raw, or you just, I don't know, you were afraid of judgment from it. If you were afraid that other people wouldn't you don't want people to know about it, then the more you are vulnerable with that, then the more people are going to connect with you. I need to work on being more vulnerable with my temptations with my eating. I don't think I always share as well with my struggle with eating. So that's something that I'm going to be working on, is being more vulnerable and being like, hey, Moville's right over there. And I struggle with their chocolate chip cookies. I'm giving them up for Lent. So post more invites. So if we're working on pushing ourselves forward and it's the invites that are holding us back, eat that frog, make your invites the first part of your day. Inviting to coaching. The last month I have pushed myself harder at inviting to coaching and really trying to get that out there. Before and after photos, if you haven't shown those, then you need to commit to doing that. And so my next program, I'm going up on Facebook. I did it with Core de Force. I did it with 21 Day Fix, I think. And so I'll be doing that again. So those things force you to grow. Think of whatever it is in our Beachbody world, in our business, what do you fear the most? And whatever pops up, that's probably the thing you need to do in order to grow. So we stay in our comfort because of our fear, but are you going to look back in a year or in 2 years and regret that you didn't push past that fear? And I will say that on this side of 40, hitting 46, I regret not, there are lots of things that I regret holding back on in my 20s and 30s. Not huge things, but I just really wish I hadn't let fear hold me back in certain ways. And so that's what I want the last half of my life to be like, is that I'm willing to go for it, and I'm willing to tell my kids to push past that fear and go for it and not hold them back because of my fear. Don't let your feelings vote. So don't let your fear be the thing that holds you back. I don't feel like doing it be the thing that holds you back. And so what is the one thing you need to do to get out of your comfort zone? What do you need to pick up? What do you need to do? What actions do you need to make in order to get out of that comfort zone? So the last couple of things with our personal development too, and as a Beachbody coach, helping our challengers. All right. Sorry, my daughter just came home to steal food. She's living on her own, and she's like, I have no food at home. I said, well, you can come home and you can come get some food. So in our coaching business, it really does help us to read about things that are not just about business related or just about the mind part. But I read this book, Sleep Smarter, because that was in my book club thing. And actually, I really enjoyed this one, and I got a lot out of it. So if you, I don't know, in your challenge groups, if you're running across people who are only sleeping 4 hours a day, this might explain part of what their problems are, but there's just a lot of good information in that. Another one that I enjoyed, that when I really like things, I do this to them so that I can open it up and just find things for maybe later posting. Think and Eat Yourself Smart. And so it's about healthier eating. And why we need to do that, and how healthier eating affects your brain, how sugar affects your brain, different things like that. I really liked this one. Kim Ripley, actually, is the one who told me to do that. And then dealing with people in your challenge groups and with your coaches, Personality Plus is a good one, because it talks about the 4 basic types of personalities and how to work with them. So that's another good one. And then this one, it's called The Best Yes. It's harder to read. Lisa Turkist. I needed this book because I'm a people pleaser. And I don't know about you, but I am the type of person who would say yes to pretty much anything just because I felt guilty, and I felt like I wanted people to like me. And if I said no, they wouldn't like me. This talks about serving God in the best way possible by saying no to more things than you say yes to. And that's a hard thing. If you're a people pleaser, it's a really hard thing, because for me, it's instinctive. I would always say yes. So I made a rule to myself that whenever somebody asks me something, I tell them I need 24 hours to think about it, because it helps me to step away from them, and I don't feel that compulsive yes blurt right out, and it helps me to not commit to things just because I can do that, but to look at it and say, should I do that? And so this is, if you are a yes person, The Best Yes, I'm going to be rereading that one again because it spoke to me a lot. And then let's see. I think what I might be doing, I might be covering the rest of this one when we have some more of our team meetings, just covering different points from this when we go on. But that's what I have, personal development, different suggestions. Thank you, Selena, for your suggestions. I'm going to be writing yours down. And I always have a list going. I don't know if you guys do that. I have I have two lists in two different spots, but so when it's time to get new personal development books, I go through the list and I look at it, and I look at what I'm struggling with right now, and then I try to pick what is appropriate from that list, so that I never am sitting there thinking I need to read a new book, but I have no idea. I have so many books on my list, it'll take me 2 years to get through it, more than likely. So
we need to do a book swap.
Yes. Well, I don't know if that'll help you. I won't. I'll let you borrow mine, but I'll buy my own, because I'm like you, Selena. I need to highlight it and mark it up, and then I put all of these little tabbies on there for just going back and finding the things that hit me. So, but yeah, if you ever want to borrow mine, you're more than welcome to. Just don't take my tabbies off, Ruth. Okay, so that's what I have today. We're talking about that personal development, making sure it's part of your life. You won't regret it, because it just makes you a better mom and a better person. So, final things. So before you jumped on, Stacy, we were talking about this month and trying to get hit our SC points and help some more people. And I thought maybe we could brainstorm. I'm going to hit